about fractions. Now, I have made recently a video about fractions, so I will make sure, or you can find it in the playlist that goes with the Math 125. But let's practice some more. To reduce a fraction in lowest terms, you want to find if there are any common divisors in top and bottom. Now, if you look at this and you say, I don't know how to reduce it, those rules of divisibility, that's kind of why you study those. Can it divide by 2? Can it divide by 3? Can it divide by 5? Those are common ones to look for. Both 16 and 144 can be divided by 2. So let's divide that by 2. We get 8 and 72. Both of those are divisible by 2. Let's do it again. So I just think keep doing it again and again. And you get 4 divided by 36, which is still divisible by 2. Do it again. We get 2 over 18. Oh, still divisible by 2. Do it again. And then we get to the point where we get 1/9. And we can't do anything further. So you're kind of stuck. And that's your reduced form. But, always just check it. Do they have something in common? That's where that greatest common factor, if you noticed they are both divisible by 16, if you notice that right off the bat, that's a shortcut. But I'm just showing you something that always works. You can kind of, can I cut it in 2? Can I cut it in 3? Okay. The next question says to convert 11 5/7 to an improper fraction. Now, to do that, here's the rule. You're going to multiply these two, and then whatever answer you get, you're going to add it on to 5. Sorry, that looks too much like make that a plus. There you go. So, how do you do it? Well, 11 times 7 is 77. We're going to add that to 5 and keep it over 7. The 7 stays where it's at, okay? So 7 goes into 11, or 7 times 11 is 77 plus 5. So that is going to be 82 over 7. Now, how could you check your work? Like in a calculator like Desmos, you can just put 82 divided by 7 on the line. You can put 11 plus 5/7 or 11 and 5/7. I'd have to see how you could actually type that out. But they should give you equivalent things, okay? Okay. 3. It says to express 0.57 as a quotient of integers. Now, when you learn how to read numbers correctly, we don't always read numbers correctly. I said 0.57. It's technically 57 hundredths. Now let's think about why. 100 has 2 decimal places, or 100 has 2 zeros. So 2 decimal places, 2 zeros, that's a great way to remember. So this is tenths, this is hundredths, so that's 57 hundredths. Now 57 has no numbers in common with 100. 100 is divisible by 2 and 5 and 10. You can't divide that, so that is equivalent. If this could be reduced, like we did up here, they do want you to reduce it. Okay. Let's look at number 4. It says, perform the indicated operation and reduce the answer to lowest terms. So I'm going to write it right here since I have some room. To do fraction division, it must be in either proper or improper form. Mixed numbers are not going to work. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do that same trick before. We're going to multiply these and add that together. Okay, so 4 times 1 is 4, plus 3 is 7. Okay, now once both are in fractional form instead of mixed number form, then we're ready to do the next step. The next step, what you're going to do is, it's a silly little saying, but it'll help you. Keep, change, flip. So we're going to keep the 7/4. We're going to change that to a multiplication, and we're going to flip this one. Now, to multiply fractions, we multiply tops with tops, bottoms with bottoms. So you can multiply, 7 times 8, 4 times 5. There's another little trick you can do, is if there's a number factor on top that divides in the factor on the bottom, you can get rid of it right now if you'd like. The top and the bottom are both divisible by 4, so you can make that a 2 and a 1, and then do the multiplication, or you can do the multiplication and then reduce, doesn't matter. We get 14/5. Now, they did say to reduce it. You can't reduce it anymore. If they do want the answer in mixed number form, since they had a mixed number to start with, sometimes they want that. 5 goes into 14 2 times with 4 leftovers. So either 14/5 if they just say, you know, give your answer as a fraction, or 2 4/5 if they want a mixed number. Let's look at 5. It says, at a workshop on creativity, a fourth of the participants are musicians, a third are artists, and a tenth are actors. What remaining participants are writers? Okay, so the remaining participants are writers. What fraction of the group are writers? So let me first write down these, and then I'll kind of zoom in a little bit. If we think about everyone there as a whole one group, we want to know how much was taken up by musicians, artists, and actors total. Well, a number that both 4, 3, and 10 go into is 60. So in order to add fractions, you have to have a common denominator, okay? So 4 goes into 60 15 times. 15 times 1 is 15. 3 goes into 60 20 times. 20 times 1 is 20. 10 goes into 16 6 times. 6 times 1 is 6. And just add up the tops. 15 plus 20 is 35 plus 6 is 41. Okay. And then we can't do much with that. 41 is a prime number. We can't break anything down. So if we want to know from the one whole group, 41/60ths are those musicians, artists, and actors. Writers would be, if we had 60/60ths minus 41/60ths, we would have 19/60ths as our answer. So there's a little bit about fractions. So there's Mod 5 stuff. Again, I do have another video about fractions you could watch. I hope that helps you understand that stuff. Thanks for watching.